Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And today's migraine fact is, the World Health Organization places migraines as one of the 10 most disabling medical illnesses on Earth. And now that I've given you that migraine fact, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's DIYs. So today I will be doing 4 DIYs. I'm using Dollar Tree products. I'm going to start off with DIY number 1, and I'm going to start off by painting 2 shelf setters that I have that were $1, and I actually ended up getting these from Dollar General when I was in Ohio. I did see them at the Dollar Tree, but I actually ended up not getting them. And then I have one of the home picture frames from the Dollar Tree also. So I'm going to go ahead and just start off by painting both of them with some of the Waverly cashew paint and the Apple Barrel Antique Wax paint. I'm going to mix the paints together and then go ahead and paint the 2 shelf setters for my first DIY, and then the frame for my, I believe it's my 3rd DIY, and I'll just go ahead and let the paint dry on both of those. So once I had them both painted, I went ahead and I started to do DIY number 1. And for DIY number 1, I'm going to be using the 2 shelf sitters. So I went ahead and painted them with the antique white and the Waverly cashew paint. And then I ended up just doing a little dry brush on top of the outside leaves. So I started off just painting the base, the middle part of it with the paint, and giving it just I think I gave it 2 coats. And then here I have I'm showing you my water that I have with my paintbrush. And then I'm also using the Pen Trade decoupage varnish and glue. And then I also have some decoupage paper. And I'm not really sure where I purchased this at. I'm not sure if I purchased it from Amazon or Etsy. I'm going to have to go back and look at some of my receipts and see if I can figure out where I purchased it at, and if I can find them, then I'll go ahead and try and link them in my description. So here I'm just taking the water and then just making it easier for me to be able to tear the decoupage paper. So I'm just excuse me, I can't get my words out today. I am just using the water to be able to tear it easily. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add it to the shelf setters. So I'm going to go ahead and use the decoupage varnish and glue, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the 2 shelf setters. And that is going to be it for these 2 DIYs. I went ahead and gave it a top coat also with the varnish, the decoupage varnish and glue. And then I took my paintbrush, put some water on it, and then I just went around the edges where the paper was hanging over the flower, and then I went back and then I just tore that extra paper off, and then that was going to be it. So I just put them aside and let them dry, and then I went ahead and moved on to DIY number 2. And I just want to say that these DIYs, all 4 of them, the whole baby chick theme, it's my favorite. I just absolutely love all of these DIYs. So yeah, let me know what you think. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, move on to DIY number 2. So we're going to move on to DIY number 2. So DIY number 2, I have these candles that I've had for ages. And then I have sorry. Then I have my little tin paint, my pot here, and then I have some lavender oil that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And then I have these little ornaments that have the little baby chicks on them that I also purchased from Dollar Tree, my antique Waverly wax. And I also have the little tin that I purchased from Hobby Lobby at one of the spring sale last year. It was 90% off. I took my antique Waverly wax and I I watered down, excuse me, I used the Waverly Antique Wax, and I went ahead and put that on the baby chicks. And then I went ahead and I put my candles in the pot, and I put them on low on my stove. And while that was on low, I went ahead and I took some of the wood glue from the Dollar Tree, which I absolutely love using, and some hot glue, and I added that to the baby chicks. And then I went ahead and attached the baby chicks to the little metal tin that I have here, or bucket. And when I use the wood glue, I also use my finger just to spread it out some. So here I'm just showing you what I was doing. And then once I had my baby chicks all glued on and attached, and I waited a little bit before I applied the wax, the candle wax, to the metal container here. And then once I had it all complete, I went ahead and I added I went ahead and I added the candle wax to the tin can. So I used the wick that I already had that came out of the candle, and as you can see here, I'm having a hard time, and you're going to see that I'm about to make a huge mess here in a little bit. So here I am getting ready to put the candle wax into the tin, and as you can see here, it is going all over the place. So I ended up moving the one knife that I had on top, and I don't know why I use 3 knives, because usually when I make candles I only use 2, but for some reason I decided to use 3, and then I just had wax going everywhere. So then once everything was situated and I had it how I wanted it, I went ahead and just pushed it over to the side and just let it dry. And then once it was completely dry, or solidified, excuse me, I went ahead and I added some lace to it. Now I added almost the whole thing of the lavender oil, essential oil, and the candle doesn't smell like anything. So if you are going to do this DIY, I would probably suggest getting a better lavender essential oil from somewhere else besides the Dollar Tree, because you can't smell anything. So here I am adding a piece of that lace that I absolutely love, that I got from the repurpose project. I've had it for a while, and like I said before, I think I purchased like 2 yards of it, and it was like 50 cents. So yeah, so here I'm just attaching that, and I'm just going to go ahead and give it some dovetails, and that is going to be it for this DIY. I hope you like it. Like I said, all of these DIYs are my favorite. I absolutely love all of them. So and then I also had another one of the metal tins, so I just went ahead and added the XX wax that I had left over to that tin, and I'm going to be using that for a different DIY. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we're going to go ahead and move on to DIY number 3. So for DIY number 3, I have this welcome home sign that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to also be using the Waverly cashew paint with the apple barrel antique wax paint that I mixed up, and I went ahead and painted the frame ahead of time. I also have this picture with 4 chicks on it that I printed off of the Graphics Fairy website. And then I have some lace that I purchased from the Repurpose Project a while ago. And I know I've said this before, but it was about 2 yards, and I purchased it for 50 cents. I also have some brown cardstock, and I will be also using a glue stick to attach the printout from the Graphics Fairy and the brown cardstock paper to the front of the picture. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do now is I went ahead and cut the picture to size, and then I have some brown paper not, I have, excuse me, not brown paper, brown cardstock that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that to size also. And I'm going to put that on the back of the picture so that it makes it look clean. So I'm going to go ahead and use my glue stick and attach the picture from the graphic fairy to it. And then I'll go ahead and use my glue stick to attach the brown cardstock to the back, to the front of the cardboard. And I'll go ahead and place it back into the picture frame. And then I have my lace. And what I like to do when I do pictures, I like to put lace around them, as instead of just having just a regular picture frame, especially the ones from the Dollar Tree. I like to frame it out with lace. So once I have my picture and put back into the frame, I'm going to go ahead and just frame it out with the lace. I already have it cut how I want it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just use some hot glue and attach it to the frame. And that is going to be it for this DIY. And again, like I said, these are my favorite DIYs. I already actually have them up in my home. And truthfully, you can use these DIYs for spring and Easter. But yeah, let me know what you think. And I'm going to go ahead and just let you finish watching me finish this DIY. And then once I'm done with it, we'll go ahead and move on to our last and final DIY, DIY number 4. Okay, so we're on to our last and final DIY. Excuse me. DIY number 4, and I have this little baby chick trim pack that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I have my eggs here, my wooden eggs, and then I have a couple of yellow eggs. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to use, that I also purchased from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm also going to use some of the lace that I have, and some of the twine that I purchased from the Dollar Tree also. And I took off a piece, cut off one of the little pom-poms from the chick trim that I had, and I went ahead and put that on top of the yellow egg to give it some hair. And I'm also going to use my black marker, my Sharpie marker, to give the baby chick to give them eyes. And then I'm going to use my orange Sharpie to create a nose for the baby chick. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the baby chick back into the egg carton. And then I'm going to take my lace and my twine and just wrap it around the crate 2 times. And then I'm going to also use some hot glue just to be able to keep it from falling off of the egg crate. As you'll see me here, as I'm wrapping it around, I'm going to put some hot glue in the corners just to be able to keep it from falling down. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some lace also and wrap it around. And then once I have it wrapped around a couple of times, I'm also going to take a piece and then just wrap it on the one side here like I'm doing now. And then I'll go ahead and put the eggs back into the crate. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I was going to add a sign that said and I may go back and put it in there, but I was going to add a sign that said eggs, and eggs are outrageously priced nowadays. And I was going to put $10 or something, because the price of eggs is just ridiculous at this moment. But I ended up not doing that. And so here you'll see me in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put the eggs back into the carton. And I just thought this DIY was so cute. My baby chick isn't perfect, but it's still cute. And I actually ended up making another baby chick, and I'm going to go ahead and just insert a picture of it. So let me know which one you like best, or which one you think I should just go put in my cart, or should I just leave the one that I already have in it. But I'm going to go ahead and insert that, and then that is going to be it for my DIYs for today. And so that is it for today's DIYs. And my name again is Tawanda, and I'm the Migrant Crafting Diva. And I would like to thank you for spending the day with me. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I will see you next week. Goodbye.